Never been a perfect person. I put the cart before the horse. A list of reasons, long as sermons, why I never needed a God. Then I heard his voice, so sweet, it put me on my knees. I'm holding on to hope for dear life, with God driving, and I'm finally free at last. God driving, God driving. One man is lost in the fog. His friend brings a torch in the night. They walk arm in arm through the dark, guided by one man's sight. One man's sight. Some cannot walk, some cannot see, some cannot speak, some cannot hear, some cannot learn, some cannot think, but all can love, and all can feel, and all can care, and all can change, and all can learn, and all can grow. We are equal in the same. We are equal in the same. We are equal in the same.
Two men were working the land, two farmers making their trade.
While one was blind, he was still the mind behind the world's best lemonade. His lemonade. Some cannot walk, some cannot see, some cannot speak, some cannot hear, some cannot learn, some cannot think, but all can love, and all can feel, and all can care, and all can change, and all can learn, and all can grow. We are equal in the same. We are equal in the same. We are equal in the same.
Hello, everybody. It's Henry Martaccio, equal and the same, 10/18/25. Tonight's show. Hello, John. Hello, Justin, Erica. Glad you guys tuned in tonight. Sorry for getting on the show a little bit late, but I'm a superhero now. Darren made me into a superhero. Team here. Things are going well. But John, hey, I did attend a Zoom meeting today. I believe it was medical kidnapping that brought it, and it was a bunch of people from Canada discussing 34 people actually parents, discussing the problems up in Canada. Man, I just didn't realize. I thought it was bad here. Some of the horror stories of, again, parents being kept away from their children just for objecting to the care that they're giving them. And these kids were convinced at 21 to turn over their kids to the government, and they regret every minute of it. And my feeling is that's the same thing that we see here in the kidnapping of children with DCF or CPS or YC. What is it? YC something. My state is DCF. But anyways, I'm pretty excited what's going on here, guys. We got 2 days left. Francesca Amata's bill is going to be hitting the floor on Congress. From what I'm hearing, some really good things. We were hoping for an HR bill, but instead we might have a Senate bill, guys. And if it's a Senate bill, my belief is it's going to be passed. Something's going to be done this year. It's going to happen. There's too many of us, too many different groups up there showing the same pattern of state actors and state players abusing families for money. And it's going to be a good next couple of days. And I believe it's Jersey Coast Emergency News. Again, that's Jersey Coast Emergency News. Look up Chris. He's a great guy. He reports a lot about pedophilia cases and the racketeering of these kids. And he'll go anywhere. And he's actually going to not Zoom us, but live stream us all day on Monday. I can't, unfortunately, go. I wish I could go. But just how life goes. There's other ways to advocate, guys. We don't all have to be on the front lines. We all don't have to have a big mouth like me who just wants to spread the word. We can just be there for support for each other. And that's pretty much how I feel, things will go from here on out. I was hoping to have a guest tonight. I'm going through personal problems myself right now. So my mind is not all there. But I think I can be excited and speak on Darren's behalf. Tomorrow afternoon, guys, 3:00. You better tune in. We have a gentleman named Andy, and that's all I'm going to say to you. That's going to be coming on the show and changing the whole game of the Tiff and Punisher show. We think, from what I understand and what I've been told, can't verify it, he's got a couple of suits against the federal government for $100 trillion that they've refused to answer him on. So again, it becomes, he's right. We're going to find out the story on this guy and how he's doing it. Allegedly, he's been able to have judges arrested. Allegedly, there's a lot of things, but I can't wait tomorrow afternoon. That's another good thing that's going to be happening. It's almost like God brings it all together at one shot. I mean, it's going to be a marathon week. I did see the No Kings rally. I'm not going to get into the political, whether he's doing good or not doing good. That's all I know is I'm putting America first. I don't really care. In America first comes the disabled, comes the elderly, then comes our vets. To be equal and the same across the board. None of these people, if you give your life of work, you should not be living the way we treat our elderly in this country. If you're disabled, you should not be on society's edge. And how can I say, not even have a disability center where you could be attached to your community and do activities within the community and show that you're equal and the same to like a Boy Scouts or a Girl Scouts or just the overall acceptance and I guess the cross training of how different we are. Because again, I guess if we didn't have autistic people, we wouldn't have like Bill Gates who's developed or even Elon Musk. I mean, he's got to have disabilities. What would a judge do to him if he didn't have any money? Let's rephrase that. If he didn't have any money to pay lawyers, what would a judge do to him in a divorce situation? Oh, sir, you're never around. You can't do this. You can't see your kid. It's a crock of crack. Because my feeling is that if you're providing, and now America's made it where parents have to work 40 to 80 hours a week just to maintain a roof over their heads, let alone the American dream. It's kind of crazy. When does it end? We all know you get quotes $600, $700, $800 an hour from lawyers. And again, it's just another mafia racketeering system that hopefully on Monday it's going to be taken down. And from what I'm understanding too on that one on Monday, guys, is to really say why you should be tuning in. I believe 10 o'clock in the morning, but I believe they're going to have like a pre-recordings being shown on testimony. I'll get more information, probably share it tomorrow afternoon or something. We don't want to let too much out because, again, there's a lot of people trying to stop us, and it's the Bar Association guy. How can that be? The American Bar Association does not want their immunity taken away. Why? In my feeling in this bill is if you're facing a criminal charge, like just an allegation, that has to go to criminal court. And then again, in there, it reinforces the jailing if somebody's found to be lying, which I'm 100% for. The way I would do it, if I was a judge, spend every weekend, every other month in our penitentiary until you're paid off your crime. That's how I would kind of look at things. If I was a judge, I'd be putting a hammer down, put an addition on the house. The kids go back and forth. You two screw with each other. Somebody's going to jail. That would be, again, my whole thing on there. But yeah, so I mean, I'm excited. I'm really excited what's going to jam on pretty soon. And the internet has been a buzz. Tana was doing great with Jessica. I mean, Jessica is rocking on the kids now, guys. That's my opinion. What else is going on? Billy and Toll and Roll. It's just amazing. The HR 1776. It's just amazing how we have their attention. And I think once they've seen the trillions of dollars that the system is generating on kids and families, it's ridiculous what the government is paying when it shouldn't be. It's just going right into the pockets of these attorneys with no due process rights. So again, I'm not going to be streaming there on Monday, but yes, New Jersey Coast. What was it? Emergency News. Jersey Coast Emergency News. Chris Ly, I think. Was it Lyke? You find him on Facebook. Again, I'll give up an update. Maybe Darren could share it or something like that, or you guys can always find me on Facebook. That's easy enough to find me. It's really not hard. I don't hide from nobody. I've done my punishment. I've walked the walk. I'll be damned if I've gotten my child to the point where, again, he's at right now in life versus, how can I say it? I faced a trial over chelation of my child to detoxify him of heavy metals. Again, that was just a ridiculous jump on parental rights where again, my belief is alternative medicines are where it's at. Not saying that I'm 100% going to do some voodoo stuff, but if somebody told me that there's a chemical compound in a plant that could help you with your ailment, I believe it. God put the stuff on the earth for a reason, and man still doesn't really know what it's about. But wow, this is my first show. I'm having a hard time talking even tonight. But I mean, I'm going to share a quick document with you guys because I want you guys to remember and recap the first couple of shows. Because what we see a lot of is still going on is just the absolute denial of their affirmative obligation under Title II. And that would be any state entity or any subcontractor of, which would be Title III. So not only do they hold Title II obligations, they're also going to have certain examples of Title III obligations too. It's not hard to find, but again, this is the things I just want to quickly go over with you guys. If it real quick before I bring Darren in and let him give a speech about tomorrow. So I believe it's Chrome tab. Windows, share. I hope it's it. Man, am I sharing? This is when you need to have two computers going. I can't tell if I am or not. Damn it. Was I sharing, Darren?
You sure were, buddy.
All right. Go back. I want to get out of here.
Well, Henry kicked himself right out of the place. That didn't work right, Henry.
Make this statement in a quick and fast.
That's crazy. Well, we'll wait for Henry to come back, guys. See what he's got more to say on Equal and the Same. Don't tread on me. That's right, Tammy. You know it. You know it. Don't tread on me. Don't let them mess with our rights. Ever. It's exciting, right? This stuff, the bill is going to Washington this week. Everybody is, I guess, going on this train, this crazy train. Let's just hope that they listen, because that's what we need to have happen. All right, here's Henry.
Myself out of my own damn show.
No, Henry, Jesus, it wasn't even me.
I clicked the wrong button. I had too much stuff open. So you can see that right now, Jaron?
Not anymore, Henry. You kicked yourself out and you kicked your...
All right, I got to reshare. That's right. I got to reshare again.
So just share the tab. That's all you got to do. Share the tab, man.
Share.
There we go. You got it up.
I go like this.
Henry, now it's sharing, buddy.
Do you have the doc in front of you? It should be just a Microsoft doc.
What I have in front of me is us.
All right. Then
So
no, I'm
you
not
want to share
doing
it. You want to share the tab, Henry. When you go to share, it should give you a list of things to go. It says Chrome tab, and then window, and then entire screen. To hit on the tab part. See what I'm saying?
Chrome tab. Right. That's what Chrome tab, share.
Chrome tab.
But it ain't.
Now select the window that you want to share under Chrome tab.
Right.
Okay. Then you should hit share.
No, it ain't showing my Microsoft Docs. I don't get why.
Go to window.
Entire screen. I did it under a entire screen before. Share.
Yeah, you're showing us. That's what's showing up there when you do that.
Now, if I put that up, do you see that or no? It's a Word doc.
Yeah, I think it's up now. I think so.
It's a white page Word doc.
Yeah, you're good. You're good, homie.
All right, let me blow it up for everybody. But basically, when I talk to you guys, it's I'm just a parent. I wonder if this would even work. Review instead of you guys listening to my shitty voice. I wonder if it would.
A for effort, Henry. A for effort.
Hey, I'm trying new things here. But basically, I told them, hey, I'm just a parent asking you, the reader, to show me after 35 years of Democratic Party in the state of Connecticut that has absolute control over the state of Connecticut, the rights and regulations and the funding and the racketeering of the ADA civil rights for all. That should be protecting the disabled and ensuring that the administrative duties that Connecticut has not implemented in 35 years. I can prove that I'll willingly discriminate against people with disabilities, and that would be including our vets, our seniors, and let it be our kids with disabilities in school systems, or as an adult trying to manage their lives in the community that does not accept them as productive members of the community. Under Title II of the American Disabilities Act, and for the subcontractors, which the Title III regulations should not be combined with in an administrative duties, which leads to the funneling of civil rights in civil funds over the overcoming of the barriers to avoid institutional settings. This is where my thing is in Connecticut. No administrative compliance equals no ADA compliance. All state actors and state players, the Bar Association, have been and will continue to exclude the participation in denials of benefits, programs, and services activities of Connecticut, and discrimination against by a person of a disability by the public entity known as the state of Connecticut services to the public. What I'm seeking, guys, and I keep telling you guys this, is Congress envisioned a living kind of civil rights situation, because what we acknowledged was that people with disabilities were unnecessarily being segregated, being institutionalized, being shunned from walking down Main Street, society's fit in the 1920s and the whole 9 yards leading up to 1990. But the denial of 28 CFR 35.7 is the designated responsible employee of the designation of a responsible employee. That's key. That means that person is officially making sure that when identified with discrimination, they have the authority. And there's a case called in Rikers Island. I keep on referring to it. I think it was 2004. You're going to have to look it up. It was a prison settlement agreement. And in there, they've given a pretty damn good description of the responsibilities of the designated responsible employee in a prison situation. What you guys got to understand, I don't care if you're in prison or you're over at the town hall, they all have that same affirmative obligation. I don't care if you're in the school systems. I don't care. They cannot say, and what's better is a state cannot sit there and say, just because we're the state of Connecticut, that goes against our Holy Grail practice book, that this ends up being an undue burden on them to comply with. No, they were supposed to do, and I'll get into it later and show you, self-evaluations, the whole 9 yards. But anyways, that's the whole purpose of that. What I want you guys to get and start thinking is denying a qualified individual the opportunity to participate or benefit from a federally funded program, service, or other benefits. Guys, that's key. Other benefits. That opens the door like you wouldn't believe. And just to let you know, every one of these statements I've got here, I've stolen out of settlement agreements. This is why I continue to tell you guys, you must go to your state disability center. It's usually a disability rights like Connecticut, or it's a ONP, look up Office of Advocacy and Protection. But I believe all states have converted to disability rights centers. So anyways, with that said, you want to ask for your settlement agreements for the state. Once you start looking at your settlement agreements, and you're going to notice you're going to have police departments, you're going to have DCFs, you're going to have DSSs, you're going to have have public health, doctors' offices. And again, what's reasonable to work in this application is reasonable work in this application, as long as it brings greater protections to the disabled's rights to have program success. That's key right there. The key words is program success. And again, you're trying to level the playing field, but it's not so. It's meant in a way so that the disability is not the subject of the playing field. So again, when I would say to you is, little Johnny's dad, I don't know, he comes home and I don't even know what to say, because they say everything. Comes home and I don't know, goes to sleep why the kids are in his care, and a kid just happened to step out of the house, got in trouble, whatever. But the point would be, they don't know little Johnny's dad might have a sleeping disorder or something to that extent that would give him the medical result in that. And again, the state could easily just say, okay, well, why don't we just put a little door buzzer, so if the door was to open, it would buzz. So again, why a simple little gadget versus taking the child out of the family and traumatizing them? It just doesn't make sense to me. we know everything is that way. But again, denying an individual with disabilities an equal opportunity to receive state program benefits and services. Denying access to a program, service, or benefit for an opportunity to participate as a result of a physical barrier. So again, let's just say little Johnny's dad is wheelchair, and he's got to turn around and depend on the state for a state ride to get him there, drop him off, and dial a ride, and at least it's called in my state. And he's late every single time, which is very typical of these programs. And then the court will start saying, well, look, he can't even make it here on time to these meetings. He's a bad parent. He's got no interest in his kids. But they don't understand the hurdle that man had to do just to get there. And again, where it's got to be a little bit more flexible to your needs. Start exercising that right. It really needs to be more custom tailored to fit your needs for program success. So again, deny access to programs. I'm basically saying if you can't let me in there late, you're denying me access to programs, benefits, or services and opportunities to participate as a result of physical barriers. Denying employment opportunities, again, including hiring, promoting, training, and fringe benefits, which they are otherwise entitled to or qualified for. So again, some situations they could say you need a little bit of training. Okay, well, why ain't you giving me my training instead of just saying I'm a bad parent? Denying a path for external or internal ADA administrative hearings. This is big, guys. When I'm talking to you guys, when a judge says no, then your answer is, Your Honor, one, you shouldn't be even telling me yes or no. The administrative duty starts when I walk into the court or starts upon CPS coming on my property. That's when it physically starts. In my opinion, this is just me, you have a due process rights with 504s, and you also have it with the school systems underneath the IEDA laws. I cannot see why the courts and the court actors do not have that same affirmative obligations to ensure that you've been handed a policy and procedure as applied to their department on how to file a grievance or ask for a modification of program services and activities. Two would be the most important part, identifying, like your town mayor, who is 28 CFR 35.107, because that person is the only person that should be approving it for that department, because within that department, they have monetary control over that department. Would an ADA coordinator jump another departmental line to end discrimination? I do believe so, because Congress gave them absolute power. Once identified, they must change the system. And we're just not seeing, after 35 years, that change of the system. They do little bits and pieces. You'll see it very strong in their employment. That's probably why they're going to send you to the EEOC officers, which is for employment only. And the way you'll tell is again, is this the HR department? You work for the HR department? Well, I thought a designated responsible employee is a dedicated job. And again, you'll get that out of in Rikers Island. So again, it's denying the path for internal or external ADA administrative hearings. So that means I have the right, Your Honor. Sorry, I would like to know why it's an undue burden on the court for this disability. That's what I'd be screaming loud and proud to establish the discrimination. Denying the disabled, the state of Connecticut, the policies and procedures and grievance procedures and notices of safeguards for the ADA of Title II and Title III. So again, it comes back to those procedural safeguards that they must have in place according to their rules of their federal funding. Denying compliancy with reviews of public entity under Title II, Title III of the ADA. So basically, periodically, a compliance review comes with self-evaluations. Self-evaluations are done every 3 years, and then transitioning plans are done for 5 years. So you're always going through transitioning self-evaluating, transitioning. So by now, 35 years, let's just figure it out. That's 10 self-evaluations you guys should have your access to, because it is public knowledge. Transitioning wise, it's again where you want to be at. Denying the civil rights of the disabled to have an association right with a person with or without a disability is the key here. So again, when they come at you and they say if you have a perceived disability, my feeling would be, okay, identify what it is. What is it that my medical MD doctors are missing? And I would like to know who your medical person is that's an expert at identifying this. And you have to really argue it out. You're going to have to find, they call them peer review articles. You're going to have to use those to help support you. Again, overall, denying the disabled the right to have modifications without applying to the denial to that person's disability request. So basically, I'm saying it's next to impossible if once you give me your list of modifications, because it's your program, service, and activity, how am I supposed to know, as Joe Blow walking off the street, know what you're offering, what funding you're under, who's been effectively trained to implement the program, how many people you have on the staff? You just don't know these things. It's sort of like saying that we're supposed to know how to educate our kids, but we just send our kids to school just to get rid of them for the day. It becomes down to a specialty. So again, who is this person that is denying you? And again, the person's disability's request. Let me get into a couple more. I want to get into the better ones. Failure to develop a list of modifications, again, to review, that can pick what best ensures modifications will work best for their needs to ensure effective communication with all. And I should have access in there too, because again, there could be access barriers that deny you the right to participate. Failure to put in place a path for the disabled to refuse your modifications and allow disabled to show or to get better medication that works best for their disability. So again, if they tell you, hey, your kid's got to go on Ritalin, really? Isn't there an alternative to 16 pages of side effects? That's basically what I was saying there. Willing to exclude the disabled by effect or no effect of not recognizing the disabled's needs or because their known relationship or association with another person. It's crazy how much we see of that right there alone. And the easiest example for me to give to you to understand is, would I go with somebody, drive up that's driving, and they happen to be, wheelchair bound, and they got the sticker to park in the handicap spot? Do I get out of the truck and go knock on the door and say, can I park with that person? No. Their disability is your disability when you're in their care, and vice versa. So again, promoting no overall effect of its enforcement of program. No 14th Amendment civil rights in the case of the disabled in the state of Connecticut. So it is a due process right. It is a 14th Amendment due process right for their compliancy, self-evaluations, public notifications, public insurance of doing it. But most of all, the failure to comply within the non-discriminatory requirements. So basically, when the requirements basically came out on the ADA, don't quote me verbatim, it is a statute, and I think I have it down below, but basically what we're saying is that the state doesn't have a choice. They can't pick and choose who they want to serve. That's bottom line. They have to serve all. Failure to make clear non-discriminatory policy statements of vendors and players. Failure to provide clear and strong and consistent enforceable standards to address discrimination against individuals with a disability by state actors or state players. Failure to make the authority conduct compliance reviews consistent with at and available under section of 504 entitled VI, which is 4, I believe. I always get screwed up on those title. C 28 CFR 42107A. Failure to comply with 27 USC FCR 42107B, the designated agent may conduct compliance reviews on the public entity in order to ascertain whether there has been failure to comply with the non-discriminatory requirements of this part. That's huge, guys. So when we sit there and we talk, you have the right to ask them for a self-evaluation to determine who you should be dealing with. So in my opinion, that would entitle me to job descriptions. That would entitle me to the right to know, what effective training these people have had. Again, there's so many little nuances of this that just really, really, really puts it on their burden to prove to you before you even start engaging in disclosing anything about your medical rights. Failure to providing services to a qualified individual in the community-based setting, as long as such services are appropriate to the needs of those individuals. These agencies should provide technical guidance, work cooperatively with state to achieve these goals under Title II of the USC 12-13-1. That's basically where I'm saying to you, the state has it here. I think the state has to use it and reach over to grab it and bring it into where they need it. They have to be looked at as a whole. They cannot just be looked at as just, we're just a courthouse. We give people divorces, or we're CPS. We're closed door meetings. We don't serve the public. That type of crap. Failure to comply with the integrated requirements, the state must have reasonable modifications of its policies and procedures or practices when necessary to avoid discrimination. This is my money, all guys. That's the biggest affirmative obligation. If you could tie what they're doing to you is a retaliation, coercion, or just a absolute failure to comply with modifications, because again, it cannot be an undue burden. So basically, the courthouses can't go build you a new court, but you sure as hell can ask it for it to be transferred to a different district that has wheelchair accessibility. I believe all should have wheelchair accessibility, but I do know of one place that you can't really get to the law library on the second floor of Tallinn Judicial. If you're wheelchair bound, there is no elevator there whatsoever, and that's the only law library. And again, like most states, they've cut back our access to that. I feel our access should be as a modification too. The ability to use Lowest Law or Westlaw or their legal practices, online practices that you show up at their building to use through their computer systems. Why can't they just give you a login code? It just doesn't make sense to me. It's an undue burden that they're making the disabled crawl up to the second floor and handle their business. But again, the Title II obligations, this is where we're going to get. Please refer yourself to the ADA regulations at www.ada.gov and the Technical Assistance Manual at www.ada.gov/TA-PG2.mtl. And again, it's really easy. You're just looking for the ADA Technical Assistance Manual. I believe it was published in 91 or 92. In particular, begin with the TNA, TAM section, Title II, Technical Assistance Manual. The ADA Disability Act itself, you really should glance over it and figure out the intent. The intent is real easy words, guys. Don't look at it more than what the word says. It ain't a trick thing that we see in law books. Their words are simple and set for somebody that has an IQ roughly of 70. They have to have an understanding of what their intent was. And again, I would like the Title II Technical Assistance Manual covering states and local government programs and services. You will find that at www.taman2.html. Then you want to look at the administrative responsibilities in the RAG at the same time. And this is where we want to get into is the whole 800 block of it. We have administrative requirements, 8.0000, general 8.1000, self-evaluations 8.2000, 8.3 transitioning, 8.4000 is notice to public. Oh, Henry said, oh, that's right. They're supposed to give us notices to public, equal and assigned to a town mayor. We have 8.5, which is a designation of the responsible employee to develop a grievance procedure. I also believe that it should be a little bit more than that in the 8.5, because it's just saying the procedure, because what you're not going to catch is the ADA advisory committees. The only way you're going to catch that is through settlement agreements that they're supposed to take the disabled in that community's general participation and input to what will best work for what disabilities. But USC 42 1223B, part of the American Disabilities Act, ADA, this provision states it shall be unlawful to coerce, intimidate, threaten, or interfere with any individual in exercise of enjoyment of their or on the account of his or having exercised or enjoyed, or on accounting of his or having to aid or encourage any other individual to exercise or enjoyment of any right granted or protected by this chapter. That's life itself right there, guys. Because again, that's what we have a liberty for, is the exercise of our fundamental rights. And again, that's life, liberty, and in pursuit to happiness for all. And what we see today is, again, well, you're not going to be a good enough parent, or you're not rich enough, or you let your little kid stay up past 10 o'clock at night, makes you about. Who's setting these rules? I mean, seriously, my opinion would be, how does somebody know what the characteristics of my family life is, what my family morals are, my beliefs are, based on what my family has done throughout centuries? It instills in our children, I'm sorry, even in the fact of your DNA, it kind of instills, you're a mean family or a nice family, leave it to Beaver, or I don't know. It's crazy. Bart Simpson would be the next one I would think of. Again, what right family is right? Which one is right? And again, it shouldn't be questioned. But again, the ABA model rules of professional conduct, I want you guys to look at the preamble and scope of the ABA model rules. A lawyer should conform to the requirements of the law, both professional service of the client and in the lawyer's business and personal affairs. Again, stop. Screw it. If you can dig up dirt on these people, that's your first thing to figure out who they are, where they're standing in your community, what have they done wrong. Because again, we heard of what? There's a principal that ain't even a legal alien. I understand in Maine, they just arrested another police officer that was illegal. So again, these are two positions, and I'm not picking on the illegals. But if they can forge documents, who's forging what documents to say what qualifications they have to even be a paraprofessional for the court or a clerk of the court? Who's vetting these people? That's what was my whole point of that. But again, I would really look at Rule 1.1, competency. 1.2. These are all great things, guys. You have to get into it. And let me get out of this one. I want to see what else we can do. What do we got for a time? Darren, what time did we start? I don't even know what time we start, guys. But let me just stop for a minute.
We are, let's see here, Henry. We are 14 minutes, Henry. We got left remaining.
All right. Well, let's hear about your day because I haven't seen you all day, and I appreciate the new. What does everybody say about the new logo? Does it look like me,
Henry? It doesn't. It couldn't look any more or less like you, don't you think?
Wait.
Yeah, I mean, you look good, man.
Push out my stomach. I didn't even have 6-pack abs when I was 18, bro. Come on.
You had an ab?
I had one called my Big Belly.
Yes, that's it. Just one ab. Hold on a minute. I'm just. I've been trying to this whole time. I got one more gift for you, like I told you, and it didn't upload? Damn it, man! What the hell is going on here? I'm gonna have to try again here.
Are you psyched about tomorrow at 3 or what, bro?
I am. After our meeting with Andy yesterday,
these guys are gonna be flattened by this guy.
It's a lot.
It's insane what he's done, and again,
it's a lot.
And again, everybody's like, oh, I'm afraid to speak up and speak out. No, you got to. It's something that they want to silence you, and again, that's coercion and retaliation. And I'm sorry.
I'm gonna be honest, man. Every one of us that are up here doing this is no joke, man. And this is not a joke at all when I tell you that this is dangerous business, man. This is very dangerous business. We are out here and we're trying to expose something that has been put underneath the back depths of hallways and closets and everything else that's actually paid for our country to run. That's financed how many mansions and how many this, that, or the others and vacations and things like that. This is thieved money from the people that need it the most.
Part of the law goes to the pedophilia shit too, and it's like, why are you always hearing these guys of a position, like that sheriff that shot the judge in Tennessee? It keeps on going through my head. Come on.
Hey, he that judge did that man so wrong. Did that everything illegal there, but can you imagine if it's true, so the story goes, if he really did go to attend one of those parties too? First of all, I'm kind of shaking my head because, like, why was he there? But I guess that's neither here nor there. But if he was there and that did go down, can you imagine going there and finding your wife at a forced party of
getting your dick on, I guess they call it today, Darren. I don't know. It's all screwed up.
I don't even know what the terms are. But I mean, is the dude, was he rightful in doing what he did? Like, if you can you imagine finding out that your daughter, and I believe the story goes right. I believe that his daughters met her ultimate demise because of this. Right. I think I heard that.
I wouldn't doubt it.
So that's not only a man. That's not only the sheriff. That's not only the sheriff exposing a corrupt judge in his county. That's an upset and broken father and daughter and father and husband.
Right.
I mean, who knows what the truth to the actual story is? But I think we'll get it sooner than later. We're going to find out what's going on there.
Definitely. But
I mean, I can't imagine. I just couldn't imagine. And I feel like I'm not condoning violence by any stretch of the imagination, but I couldn't imagine what it would be like to go to some sort of schwank party and then there's your wife and your daughter sitting there with
I'd be totally freaked out, man. I would want one. I wouldn't be at the schwank party, you know what I mean? But if I did show up,
correct.
You know what I mean?
Correct. That's where I find it a little bit like, okay, well, why were you there? Don't say that because let's be honest, you're older. You don't just be like, hey, you want to come to this surprise party I got at the back of the jail? You know, like, come on, man. You know what's going on. You know,
People
so
know.
he
And
knew
again,
something.
you know, don't get
He
me
probably
wrong.
went there with his whippersnapper out, and
Right.
there was his old lady and his daughter. You know, and that's probably the reality of how the story went.
Don't get
But
me
they're
wrong.
not
You,
telling
you
that
can
side,
walk into a nice place and be totally impressed with the atmosphere, and then all of a sudden you're gonna see the wrong fucking thing. And it's like, all right, we got to go. You know.
yeah, I don't like this place anymore.
Right.
This place
We got to
went
go. That's
from,
fuck.
yeah,
But again, we did stupid shit
yeah.
when
You
we were
can't,
young. We all did it. You know what I've done when I was 20?
we still do stupid things, you know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like everything, life just changed. We just don't steal from the candy store anymore. You know, our stuff's more like tax evasion and things
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
yeah, right,
You
right,
know,
right.
crimes have changed. The stupidity is still there, and that's for all of us. We all get that sense of stupid. We all get that, that snap
I
moment.
think what it
Sometimes.
is now for me is like, the cops always shook their fingers at us. Oh, I'll get you one day. Well, once you get the tiger by the
I'll
toe,
get you, my pricky.
it's kind of hard to let go. You know,
Yeah,
and that's what I kind of fucking love is that we're bagging these bastards, and we don't even have the education, or the society's.
they call that a grudge, right? A grudge.
Yeah, I'll say I'll have a
Grudge
grudge.
holders.
Yeah, I want to see a judge go to jail. I definitely do. And I would like it to be mine like everyone else wants it to be theirs, but whatever.
How have you been affected by judges in your life? Let's talk about that for a
Oh,
minute.
Jesus Christ, man. You start going bananas. You think you're crazy.
Well, no, I mean directly. How has a judge altered your life to the point that it's changed it? It's changed your physical or emotional state. Completely like shot you off track of what your life was. I mean, have you had any
Listen, I
instances with
wasn't going to
judges?
let this idiot turn around and get me on the stand and get me to admit to something. So I said I laid into it and I started laying in about the fraud on my parental rights, the whole 9 yards. That judge got up from the bench and I swear to God he was going to take the fucking door off the hinges when he walked out of that courtroom. Nobody knew what to do. And again, I was not. They warned me, shut up, sir, answer yes. Fuck you. I know what's going on here.
Mm-hmm.
I've done enough of these little fake systems here. It's a big pony play. And again, I look at it as the biggest stage of fake garbage in the world. And again, I ain't picking on all courts that way. I'm saying family courts. Because if you're not going to hold anyone accountable for the truth, then what the hell's the point? If you can't find the
Yeah.
truth out in the court, then we shouldn't be going to courts. Period.
I was told a long time ago by one of the biggest gurus in the CPS fighting world, Mr. Vincent Davis, attorney Vincent Davis. And when I was toying with the idea of doing the law school thing, which I'm doing, he said to me, first thing that you need to know is this, Darren, the law is however you perceive the law and the law, the way it works right now. He says, get rid of it because that's not the truth. It's not what you know of the law is not how it works. And he's absolutely right. It's completely ass backwards.
all
We think it's
backroom deals.
justice.
It's all set up.
Right. He says, so you need to get that in your head. And he says, there's two things that are not fought in the court or fought within the court, or what is we don't use the truth in the court. That's not found in there, and nor is the law.
Yep.
So that's what you need to know. If you want to win in these courts, those are the two things, the biggest pieces of information that you should take there is knowing this. If you're telling the truth, or you're using laws or statutes or codes or whatever you're using, the actual legit systems themselves, then you're going to lose. That's it. You need to use their way of thinking.
And that's why I feel you really need to get the dirt on these people. And again, if that means you even got the money and the funds, go freaking hire a PI. Maybe you'll get a young GAL driving around cocked and you can show, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I
Who
mean,
knows?
I
Just
wouldn't
saying,
go after
these people
GALs,
think
but
they're so above the law. And I can't wait because that's one of the things that Francesca's bill is going to address. That I do believe these people need to be drug tested and alcohol tested and,
I agree.
liquid lunches or whatever. And
Well,
again,
what's good for the goose is good for the gander. But you know what?
gander,
Here's the thing, Henry.
exactly.
Here's the thing: is if they sit there and they mess with our drug screens and our drug tests to fit the mold for us, then they're going to do the same for themselves. So how are you even going to get an honest screen or test out of them? They're not going to. They already know what the rules. They already know what the tricks are. They've created the tricks for themselves. So they'll never fail a drug screen or test. You know, they've all got each other's back. They're all part of the system. They all get paychecks from the same place, you know? So they're certainly
and
not
why
there.
do they get the chance until the day that they're drooling, right, to sit on that bench and continue to rule? I just don't get that. They got to have a term like a cap, because again, you know, a CDL truck driver, you know, he goes on high blood pressure, or he's got heart problems or eye problems. Boom, they pull a CDL after right there on the spot. You're done.
Yeah.
So again, air traffic control pilot of a plane. A judge is holding people's lives in their hand, and again, it should not be the judge. It should be a jury holding your life. It definitely not.
Well, first of all, unless it's caused an injury, a bodily harm or bodily injury, or it's you know, involving someone's property, then it shouldn't be an issue anyway. I mean, that's first and foremost. Where did this drugs and money thing come into play? That these things were now moved to be, you know, affecting you in your life, or whatever. When did all of these, you know, at what point did we switch with the common law and how things were meant to be? Which, you know what, you stay by yourself, do what you want to do, be beyond this, that, and the other. Then, you know, you can.
And again, Italy. You know what I mean? What, you're 13 years old, you're able to drink wine in Italy. It's no big deal to these people. I don't get it. You know what I mean? Every day somebody's probably slamming a thing of wine.
Yeah, I'm sure.
A bottle of wine, and yet that's just with dinner.
Right. Not even talking about what they're regular drinking.
I don't get the rules, and again, it's just they want us as robots, sheepless, go to work, go home, don't leave your house, don't do anything. I don't know. But yeah, man, we're going to find out the truth on how to fight them tomorrow, I think at 3 p.m. And if these people don't show up with their notebooks, I'm telling you, my mind was popped when we met him. Great guy.
Yeah, we need to
he's the greatest guy I've met in a while, you know. Star athlete, we'll say, you know, got it going on. And when I say sharp as a tack, this guy just reads in between the lines and he picks up everything and runs with it. And you know, he's been gifted that way, where people have to actually work at it. And I think he's just one of those guys that can read between the lines and walks away with a story. And
that's good, Henry. That's good stuff.
Guys, I want to say thank you for tuning in tonight. You know, John, you're always there every night for us. And my Canadian friend, you got to have some poutine tonight because I'm jealous. I want some squeaky.
Hey, look who that is. Look at that is, Henry. Just showed up just for the end of it.
Oh, my lady, Jess.
There you go. She's there. She's training. She's on the train.
She's on the freight train. Chugga, 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 chugga.
She is the freight train.
Hey, we got to get her on the show again. Keep it going. Why don't we send her?
You know what's nice about this?
Why don't we send her a live link right now to come in? She can give us a live update as she's going to Concord, DC.
Yeah, I don't know. She's I don't know if she wants to do that. I mean, we'll put it up there if you want, but we got to get off here because Sam's. I believe that Healing with Sam is coming up next, and we've already pushed her out pretty far. But what I did want to do for you with this,
we had a bad start, but
yeah, it's a good start. But did you notice your backdrop there, Henry?
Is that new too, my friend? Wow.
Yeah. Did everybody notice that?
I know. Jess, what do you think? I'm a Superman now.
Yeah, your voice really just changed there, Henry. You all right?
Yeah, because I was gonna say to her next time, I want her to be the cat lady. You know?
Fireworks up.
But let's call it tomorrow, 3:00, guys. If you don't show up, man, it will be the biggest regret of your life. I'm blowing this guy up. I'm telling you, be there.
Let's see. Hold on. Let's give. I'm gonna give her a link real quick, and if she wants to come second, then that's fine.
3 o'clock tomorrow Eastern Standard Time.
Take this link, Jess, right here. I'm gonna put it in the chat. If you can figure out how to do that. and do it. Grab it real quick and then just pop in and say hi if you want, or tell me no now. Forever hold your peace.
2 minutes.
There it is. All right, cool. She'll give us 2 minutes. All right, there's your link there, lady.
Hey, wouldn't it be funny if she had a stick and a little freaking little sack of clothing on her back?
I'll go on your
Who's a
shelf
trooper?
for it. We got something. All right, well, get out here, woman.
Yeah, before I go to bed.
We're hurrying. The only hurrying is waiting on you there, Jess. My train traveling friend. Someone's changing our things back there, Henry. But do you see that, Henry? Listen, I'm going to take our pictures down so you can see what's up.
Kicking up the Capitol, brother. That's what I'm saying. Just
What do you think, Henry, huh? Standing down there in Washington?
I like it. I like it.
Yep.
Actually, do one with me holding out my hand, stopping the bus, the toll and roll bus. Waving at a nice little lady or something.
All right, Jess, I'll send you a link. Shoot fire. Send it to your email right now, Jess. All right.
What, it didn't go through?
She apparently doesn't know how to do it from there, so I'm gonna send her an email real quick to her today. Link. Oh, maybe she got in. I don't know. Someone just came in. Okay.
It is just live on the train.
I'm on a train. I know. I've never been on a train before.
I'm jealous.
Driving
No,
that
don't
train.
be. It's very weird. It's different.
What is
It's been 4 hours now you've been on a train?
Oh, you guys, I don't know what I just did. Oh, there you
Well,
are.
you took
Okay.
the picture off.
Okay. Hi. Yeah.
Are you in the bedroom? Did you get the train card? Did you get the good
No,
one?
I didn't, Darren, because that was your job. But here's
Oh, you
here's
asshole.
my problem. Ready?
Yeah.
Darren, I need
Yes,
you.
ma'am. Yeah.
Okay, here's the deal. You guys, okay, I can't, like, I'm supposed to be there right on the 20th, and it starts at 11, and this train doesn't get there until like 3, and I
So,
have to, like, so
I told you that.
So, I know, but can you?
So I need to get you from where are you now? Where are you
Well,
now?
I don't know where I am
Where
now.
are
I'm
you
like,
now?
I'm near Illinois, kind of ish.
Okay, so I need to get you from Illinois to
So
Washington,
here's the
D.C.
deal.
before tomorrow.
I will pay your whole way. If
Yeah,
you just
I got you.
okay,
got
so
you.
but you can we do it tomorrow? Can
I
we
will
do
get
it
you.
tomorrow?
Yeah, when do you get to? I know when you get to. I have your itinerary, so I know when you get there.
Okay.
All right, I'll
Yeah.
get it done.
Okay, good. So yeah. So let's talk about how I'm probably gonna chicken out. So you guys can't be mad at me. Okay.
You ain't chickening
You
out.
know you're
girl.
on live TV, right?
What?
You know that you're on the
It's
live
not
podcast.
only you. It's
Listen,
not only you. Tiffany's
Henry?
45 minutes from DC. She needs
Henry,
to be there
you pipe
too.
down.
That's right,
Henry,
Henry.
you pipe down.
Roll your
If
roll,
I-
Henry.
If I chicken out, I chicken out. Look at, hey, how many times in my whole, Darren, how many times have you asked me to go on a podcast? 1 million? And look at,
No, 14.
okay. Okay. But look at, I'm here. I'm
Here you
15
are.
minutes to go.
I was like twice, 3 times, almost in a week and a half time.
See, I know you're my dude. That's why.
So
Not
have
bad.
you briefed everybody on the train about the Family Justice and Accountability Act? Have you made new friends on the train?
They actually put her in the security cart, I'm sure, by now.
Yeah, right.
It's almost like you know me, you guys. Yeah, I'm nice. Don't let your watchers believe that I'm psycho. I'm the good
I didn't
kind.
say you were
No,
psycho.
We're
We
not
were just
saying that. We just figured Jess would be full of energy, chatting all the way. Family justice in America. We're gonna go on the way.
I feel like that is.
Hooray! We're
I don't
on
think you should.
our way
Henry,
to
we're
the
done here. Yeah, you should never do
Family
that again.
Justice and Accountability Day.
Is that really a thing?
Yeah, yes, I don't think
Man,
for
I
anyone,
don't-
just you, kid.
Darren, keep your cats quiet. I think they're howling.
No, that was actually. Hey, Jess, do you know how many new ones we have? Do you know we have new ones since you've been gone?
More than the 21 you have.
That's
Darren,
add
guys-
six.
you can't-
Add
you
6
can't
more,
breathe.
Jess.
This is a
Add 6
healthy-
more.
I know we can't do that anymore. We're done. You're done. You're done. You're done.
That's it.
You're
We're
done.
putting the kibosh to Darren's kittens.
You gotta let some of them go, bro.
All right. Well,
so
whatever.
okay, so you're
But
going
anyway,
to.
so yes.
So you're.
So for real, I got to
You know
get you
what?
handled. I will get you to DC.
What?
Haven't you seen planes, trains, and automobiles? I will get you there.
I
Do you-
can't
you
believe
know-
it's a 2-day travel from Illinois to DC. That's crazy.
Wait,
I will
what's
get you
crazy?
You said it's 2
Henry
more
is.
days. You don't get there till Monday at 3, and you said you're in Illinois now.
I didn't know that. I know you guys did 40 miles an hour. Like we're like cross country at 40 miles an hour.
As soon as it starts going fast, it stops again too. You're like, God damn it! We're just going at a good clip.
Well, no. So, Darren, you have to. What? So, what time do you have to leave tomorrow? You have to come get me tomorrow, though.
I know, and I talked
Yeah.
to your other friend too that you left in California, and she is all freaking out. No, not that one. Hey, the other one that
Which
we
one?
have.
That
I don't
was
want to
Jess.
say her
That
name.
was her.
I don't. No, the one
That
with
was
the T.
her.
No, the other one.
Hey,
The
can't
other
be-
friend that we talked to. So
Who's
she's got
the
a plane
other
ticket.
one?
Listen to me. Listen to me. She's got a plane
Oh,
ticket.
Les?
She's no. It's a girl, and her name starts with a T. A girl, her name
She
starts with a T.
I'm sorry.
Don't say it on the thing. I've talked to her with you before. We were supposed to do the podcast
Is it
together.
a boy or girl?
I said girl. That's girl. Still is GIRL. She doesn't use a pronoun. But I will call you after the show. Tell everybody thank you and goodbye because we're gonna get out of here too. And I will call you and I will talk to you off of there. Okay.
Just don't pull the cable up high because that'll lock up the train.
Bye, Jess. Another Jess rescue mission coming up.
That's too crazy.
Yeah.
Is she
So,
frozen? Is she frozen? Or is
Yeah,
it-
that's a great. I want to take that picture of her. But yeah, let's
But you know what's crazier?
Oh,
is
wait,
why
there she is. She's back.
also-
She's back. One last thing. There she is.
Oh.
Bye, Jess.
Hi.
Hey,
It's
Jess.
I thought it was. I don't know how to make the camera right.
You look good.
You're
in
right
it.
there.
You're in the center of it.
Do you see me?
Yeah.
You have a big light above your head. Now it's the
I
AJ.
don't know how this works.
You're doing a fine job. So I will call you after this thing, and she's gone.
Watch.
All right, Henry. I got your.
Let's get it out,
you asked
guys.
me for
Come on,
too.
3. Be here, be square, because we're changing, and this week is going to be a rocking week for our rights. And support what you want to support. Leave the rest alone. That's the way I believe. Something's better than nothing in change, and that's it. So.
Waking up now, well, babe, you hella late. Educate, look at what's going on, let it resonate, accelerate. Find your inner hunger like you never ate. Agenda is to push the hate, separate and segregate. Don't celebrate quite yet, the storm is coming, Q, for heaven's sake. Violence that they demonstrate, instigate and penetrate. The values of our country and our God is what they desecrate. My fighters ain't no featherweight, pulling out the seams of the fabric that they fabricate. They feed us lies, manipulate, intimidate through fear and force, forcing us to sit and wait till we come together, congregate, and then we liberate. Praying that you give me strength to find some love amongst the hate. Marching on these streets of blood till I see the golden gates. Troubadour and troubled souls, one of God's servants. Blades out, cut the grass till we see the serpents.
One day I hope you see the truth. This puppet show stays on because of you fools. We've been dancing with the devil way too long. I know
Hey, Brenda, do we got to bring back Brenda tonight or not?
Bring her back. Bring her back.
Bring Brenda back. Brenda.
Where's Brenda? Where's everybody? Rally the troops. It's time to get us going, Darren. We got a mission.
Bring it back, Henry.
We're saving Jeff.
We got Jess saving mission. We're bringing back Brenda. Don't forget to check out cbsbreakingnews.com.
Suspected something's going on, but chose to just neglect.
cbsbreakingnews.com.
Reflected by some breaking news. Oh, we just accepted. Expected just to fall in line and follow their perspective. Don't question their objective, but I got a lot of questions. How these kids molested, but nobody's been credited in the testament. These children are protected, so I'm fighting all these terrorists, both foreign and domestic. Refuse to be directed. Lying, not a sheep, only kneel to my God, so I'm dying on my feet. Silence when we speak, but there's violence in the street. I've been rolling with the punches, I can't take it on the cheek. Drink from a glass half full, I'm optimistic. People are artistic, so vicious and malicious. Praying for assistance to overcome opposition, or I'm gonna start resisting and then I'll pray for forgiveness.
That's the best line of the whole song. Happy birthday, John, tomorrow. Happy birthday, John, tomorrow. Henry, stay tuned for whatever's up next.
This puppet show stays on because of you fools. We've been dancing with the devil way too long. I know it's fun, but get ready to pay your dues. Oh God, come back home. This crazy world is filled with liars and abusers. We need you now before we're too far gone. I hope one day they finally see the truth. God, we need you now.
I wander around my head feeling lost. It's been so long since I've seen you, I'm so depressed. I don't want to forget you, so I won't rest. This is my calling, this is God's test. I wonder why he chose this road for me. It's hard to think this is my destiny. But God, you's the creator, He surely knows. So please explain the journey, let's go. You must have faith, that's all. God will not let you fall. For in the end there's a lesson, so keep the faith, keep on pressing. I think about you 100 times a day. It's no way to keep the pain away. I'm so scared of forgetting your smile, so I look at pictures of my child. It breaks my heart we lost her so young. We missed all the tender times, can't be redone. Please God, stop the pain, this is no fun. I know that God has the plan. I don't understand who I am. I do know I have the faith to pray to God from any place. Please God, make this pain end. It's a nightmare that should have never been. My faith in you is guiding my way. Excuse me, God, I have to say, give me back my baby, I'm not playing around. She's a piece of my life. I'll do anything for you